Okay, on behalf of Keio University, I would like to thank and also congratulate Dr. Karikó for joining us and also for accepting to receive our Keio Medical Science Prize. Dr. Karikó Katalin has actually made a huge achievement, which even I have been benefited directly. I've actually received a vaccine based on the scientific discovery that she made along with other colleagues. It is also my great pleasure to have Ambassador Palanovics here with me, and also Professor Shiomi of the Keio Faculty of Medicine, who actually has made this search and also decision. So thank you so much, Ambassador, for coming here today.
Dear President, thank you very much. Dear Professor Karikó, dear Professor Shiomi, Chairperson Shiomi, it's a great pleasure and honor for us to be here on behalf of the Embassy of Hungary. And also it's a great honor for our country that we have a recipient who is originated from our country this year, who receives the prestigious Keio Medical Science Prize. Hungary has always been proud of its history in medicine, but I think with this prize, we can also prove that we don't only have a past and we don't only have a history in medical sciences, but also that Hungary has a present and a strong presence in the current developments of medical science. So again, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to Professor Karikó for receiving this prize, and I would like to take again the opportunity to thank you for Keio University for providing this fantastic medical prize for the 26th time in a row. Thank you very much, and again, congratulations. Gratulálok.
Thank you very much. I am greatly honored to receive this prize. I was really humbled when I learned that this very prestigious prize is awarded to me, and thank you very much for the committee to suggest me and the final decision that I will receive this prize. And I have to tell you that during my years, I always work with Japanese scientists, and when we were working on this modified RNA, which eventually went to the vaccine, it was Hiromi Muramatsu, my colleague, who we worked together, and actually together we came to BioNTech because we were on a mission to change the world, and both of us left our family, our children behind in the US, and we came here and we worked during the weekends and days and all. He was here for 2.5 years to help BioNTech to establish this modified RNA. In addition, I also work actually with Takeda, and so I visited Japan several times, and it was really, I have a special connection to Japan in that way. In addition, I can mention that in elementary school, my friend Maria Mernier, who became a doctor, and she's working in Tokyo. She's a physician and researcher. And so even from elementary school, I have some Japanese connection. And so I am very elated to receive this prize.
Well, thank you so much. Unfortunately, this year, we have to perform this prize presentation online because of this COVID situation. But still, all of us are getting benefited from your invention. And also your research is very basic. And I myself, as a basic researcher, I respect you very much for going from very bottom of the basic research all the way to contribute to the betterment of the society.
Yeah, I again might mention a very important thing, how Japanese scientist Shinya Yamanaka contributed because it was his work which they tried to repeat with messenger RNA when our paper eventually was discovered by scientists at Harvard University, because we published in 2005, but nobody paid attention. Even we tried to further progress in the additional paper we published, but Yamanaka factor was used as a modified RNA to generate stem cells. And so I also have a very nice connection with Professor Yamanaka. I talked to him several times already in the Japanese television. And so many, many different ways, you know, at the beginning, through the years, and even now we have a connection.
So Hungarian embassy in Japan and Keio University situates right next to each other in Japan.
Yeah, indeed. We were just talking with the president that it took us less than 1 minute to walk here to the Keio University's headquarters. And then we are sharing the location, well, you know, surrounded by different Keio institutions for the last 30 years. And well, again, it's a great honor for us, not only the fact that we are here at such a prestigious university, but also to be honored by your presence, albeit online. And then we hope to have you here in Japan, and being proud of you. We are, you know, very, very happy and very, you know, it's very good to see the pride that surrounds your name in Japan, and with that, Hungary is a little bit. I think it's you know, not far-fetched to say that you have become a scientist superstar in Japan. In some ways, partly thanks to the conversation you had with Professor Yamanaka that was published and that was shown on NHK television, and then it was kept repeated, and then I had the chance to see it a few times. But also, you know, we had the chance with the embassy to follow this prize from the very beginning, and I think I can share a secret here that we were the ones to propose you as a potential candidate for this year's Keio Medical Science Prize, because you know, having our heritage in medicine is not always enough, but also, as I mentioned earlier, it's also very important to show our present as well and on our present achievements. So we are very, again, honored to be connected with you in this way, and then also we are very connected with Maria Mernier, your friend in Japan. She has been a great cooperating partner to our university, also hosting Hungarian researchers. And then when the Semmelweis University's delegation is in Japan, she is the one, and then one of the key people in it. So again, there are a lot of factors that connect us here, with the university, with you, with the research, and then of course with the vaccine that thanks to your research various companies could develop. We are all connected now.
Oh, that's great to hear that Maria, who was my classmate in elementary school, we learned together how to read and write, and actually her uncle translated from the British Encyclopedia Britannica for my first. I wrote an essay about Carl von Linné, and her uncle translated from English to Hungarian. So in elementary school, all it happened in elementary school. And for the Japanese scientists' vision and understanding, I have to emphasize also that when we published in 2005 this paper, which is now where we describe the modification of the RNA is making this non-immunogenic. Actually, I get my colleague Drew Weissman thought that we will get a lot of invitation for meetings, and because this is so important. But the only invitation we get from Hokkaido University in Sapporo, that was the only, in 2006, I was there, I presented that modified RNA could be a good vaccine. And later, for up till 2013, 14, nobody invited us anywhere. So the Japanese scientists had that vision that, it is important.
Well, many of us watched this broadcasting of your story in Japan. And of course, the story between 2005 up to now, especially between, I guess, 2005 to 2013, you described, were so challenging for you, but you never gave up. So that was, that itself was a great story. And so many of us, including young female scientists to be, have been extremely encouraged by the story.
Yes, so not giving up, I mentioned in our discussion maybe that, I was in high school, I was reading about Hans Scheie, who, coined the word stress. And in his book, he described that actually life without stress is boring. You don't get up in the morning, but you need stress, but you have to make it like a stimulating stress, which is so a bad kind of stress. You have to make it to learn how to make it positive. So many times, even if I say that 2013, even 2013, I was pushed out from University of Pennsylvania. I was showed the door. And if it won't happen, we wouldn't have BioNTech vaccine, because with Hiromi, we went to BioNTech and together introduced the modified RNA and pushed it further. So every negative has a positive, and we have to take it in a positive way. And so that's what I try to tell the students, that do not look at other people. Don't compare yourself that, oh, he works less and promote it and get more money, because immediately if you take away attention, what you can change, and you pay attention something you cannot do anything about, then you already lost. You have to focus on what you can do, what you can change, and that's the science. The science is there, and the happiness is coming every day when we solve a problem, a little problem, and that solution. So it is not a struggle. Maybe from outside seems that, oh, day and night and always working and all the weekend, but it is fun to be a scientist, and so the joy is coming when a little problem we solve. Sometimes we have a incremental increase, sometimes we get a big jump, and we succeed with something that we couldn't do before. I remember with Hiromi Muramatsu, when we were getting nice data, and we could see from the window the patient in the hospital there, and we were thinking, how this result can go there. And one day I told him that probably we have to take it there. And he said, I will help you. Let's do. And that's how we went to the industry, where BioNTech already had a clinical program for RNA, but they didn't use nucleoside modified RNA, which seems critical for the vaccine. So that's what we did. So we were on a mission.
Well, that's an amazing story. You're literally looking at something that no one has actually seen by discovering something new, but at the same time, you're staring at the patients across the street or across the building to actually deliver such discovery to those patients. So that's something that is beyond my imagination as a physicist, because as a physicist, we don't deliver much to so many people.
Yeah, and I have to tell you that we work also on stroke, because Hiromi is a great stroke researcher. So
I see. Hopefully, someday I can meet you in person to deliver this certificate. Yes. I don't know whether you can actually see it.
Yes,
with
I
the medal, with the medal, and
Thank
also
you.
The certificate of the Keio Medical Science Prize 2021. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, and also all of us Keio University faculty members and students, especially those who are working at hospital and faculty of medicine, are looking forward to meeting you and maybe reunion with you, and look forward to even more scientific collaboration in the future.
Oh, thank you very much. And I promise you that I will be there. I will go there and inspire the women scientists there and the physicians and the healthcare workers, because they are the real hero of all of this pandemic. They were the one who went to see the patient risking their own life.
Thank you. And any last words?
And until we can receive you, then the book about you is here in Japanese. That was just published 2 weeks ago. And it was a nice coincidence because we held our first offline, real Hungarian festival on the 16th of October. And then we had a fantastic discussion on the stage by the author of this book, Masuda Yulia, and one of Japan's most prominent TV commentators, Ikegami Akira. So people can read about you in the newspapers, in various languages, can know about your story, but that story now is available in Japanese as well. And I think this is a fascinating story for everyone. The pursuit for scientific achievements, and also the difficulties on the road, and how to manage, and then how to take over those obstacles and then reach something in the end. So it's a fascinating story indeed.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you very much. And thank you, President.
Well, thank you so much. And please keep in touch with Keio University.
Yes, and I will go there.
Thank you.